Winter in Canada. Tips and hacks to survive winter. G'day guys, how's it going? My name is AussieTash. It's time for another Must Do Canada video reaction. Guys, I absolutely love this channel. Please jump on, check it out and subscribe. Awesome Canadian content, fantastic channel. Really looking forward to getting into this video. It's winter, it's snowing in Canada. Here's some tips on how to survive. Let's go.
It's the middle of December right now, and as you can see, it's winter here in Canada. And right now it's minus 13, and it's been snowing already for a couple of days.
Yeah, there's lots of snow right now, just like in the other video we did called Winter in Canada. And in that one, we showed you how we survive basically in these cold temperatures, because a lot of people are surprised when it gets to minus 30 or minus 40 how we live, but it's not that bad. But you also asked us to make a video about what to wear during the winter time in Canada, and especially if you're coming here on a vacation, how do you get those kind of clothes? So that's what this episode's all about.
Okay, cool. I love this channel. It's so cool, man. Must Do Canada. Check it out and subscribe.
Winter in Canada is a beautiful season to visit, but for that you gotta be prepared. You gotta be prepared to buy the right clothes and wear the right clothes so you enjoy your visit and you're not freezing and you can stay warm the whole time. But also you gotta be prepared because very cold temperatures can lead to hypothermia, frostbite. You don't want to lose any of your fingers, your toes, your ears, or your nose.
Your nose.
And also it can lead sometimes to death.
Bum, bum, bum.
Which is not going to happen. It's really not that bad. And that's why we're doing this video. But first, there's some things that you need to know in advance.
I'm cold just thinking about it.
So first things first, you want to start with the weather forecast. So of course that depends on where you're going. For example, in Vancouver, it might be 0 and raining, whereas in Calgary, it can be minus 25, and in the north can be minus 50. So you definitely want to know where you're going.
I'm not
what the
going
weather
there,
forecast is,
where
and
it's
also
minus
when you're
50.
there, you definitely want to check it as well, as it can change quite dramatically depending on where you are. Then of course, number 2 would be activities. You want to know what you're doing. If you're just planning on exploring a city like Toronto, you might not need to dress as warm because we have heat in buildings and cars and buses. Pretty much everywhere that's not outdoors will be warm. But if you're going to be out skiing and stuff like that, obviously you need to be dressed very warm.
And have the proper gear. And the third thing you need to know is your budget. How much you want to spend. Because of course, when you're coming to a cold country and you usually come from a warmer country, probably all the clothes that you're gonna use for these holidays are gonna be just worn for your time here, and that can be very expensive. Like these kind of clothes can range from $100 up to $1,000. But there's so many options on where to get and how much to spend in this kind of clothes and gear. You can either buy them brand new from different retailers.
Secondhand, man.
You can get some secondhand clothes, or you can even rent them. And sometimes also when you book an activity or a tour with a travel company, sometimes they provide some of the gear, if not all of the gear. So also maybe make sure to know exactly what they provide and what you need to buy or wear.
And of course, for each person is...
Okay, all right, we're going to pause it for a second. Let's talk about... Oh, look who's just rocked up. Adobe's just rocked up. Oh, he got me a slushie and a straw. Do you guys have paper straws in Canada? It makes everything taste like paper. All right. Oh, mate. Let's hoe down the slushie. Okay, before Adobe rudely interrupted us, let's talk about for a budget. If you wanted to come to Australia during summer, you know, for a Christmas in Australia, when you want to buy things like clothing, your budget is very, very cheap. You can go to Kmart, buy a $1 pair of pluggers or thongs or flip-flops, a $2 pair of shorts, and a $3 singlet. That's it. You're done. Oh, and of course you're going to need a hat, a big brim hat, which you can get from Bunnings for about $10. So that's all you're going to need to wear. So you're looking at what? No more than $20 and your clothing is set. You need to also probably make sure that you spend most of your money on sunscreen and mosquito repellent, which you can pick up from Woolies for like $10. So yeah. Anyway, there's a little bit of budget insight for if you want to come to Australia. Don't bring a suitcase full of clothing to Australia in summer. It's stupid. You just don't need them. All right, this is a really, really cool video. Loving what we're learning so far. Mate, I'd be looking to buy secondhand stuff. That's just me. Jump on eBay, find some secondhand stuff. You'd probably do all right. Okay, let's keep on going.
It's different. Some people are warmer than others. Carla's almost always cold. I'm relatively warm, although I think I'm getting colder as I get older, especially in the winter. But yeah, it depends. Some people need more clothes than others.
Yeah, like for example, Matthew grew up in the north, like where what's the average temperature? It was like -30 the whole time. And he never, in the winter. And he never had like a proper winter jacket or winter pants. Like I don't know how he did it.
I don't know either.
You just got used to it,
and
man.
like for example, my mom and my sister who come from Mexico, they don't have like hardcore winter clothes, as we're usually not doing winter activities. And as Matthew mentioned, there's like kit everywhere. So you pretty much can sometimes like handle it with some clothes that you have back at home. So especially when you're not familiar with cold winters and with very cold temperatures, it can be a little bit overwhelming to know what to buy, where to buy, as there's so many options, there's so many pieces of clothing. So here are some tips that are gonna help you to maybe make a better decision or of what you need to buy.
All right, here's some tips.
The first tip is to dress in layers, because this way you can use different pieces of clothes to keep you warm, and if you get too hot, then you can take them off.
And there's basically 3 layers. The first layer is the thermal underwear. As you can see what we're wearing here, it's very tight fitting. It goes against your skin and keeps the heat against your body.
Oh,
and then, of course, your socks, which can be anywhere from 2 pairs of regular socks to an actual good pair of warm socks. The second layer is going to be more of your regular clothes, like your jeans, a light sweater maybe a heavier sweater.
Or a vest.
Is this like Toronto weather?
You warmer, something that you can wear in between your first and your third layer.
And last but not least, the third layer is the jacket. So if you're just going to be exploring cities and stuff like that, just the jacket is probably good enough. But if you're going to be going skiing or snowshoeing or anything involving snow,
then you're going to add the snow pants. So I have like a ski jacket and my snow pants. I'm not having any second layer underneath my third layer, except for the vest. But this is going to keep me warm for a longer period of time, and it's going to keep me dry.
But yeah, all this...
Guys, I'm looking. It's literally like 33 degrees here. I'm sweating like a pig watching these people wear all these clothes. I'm drinking a slushie from 7-Eleven. Guys, do you guys have these over there in 7-Eleven? Does it look like this? Does the slushie pattern look like this? Having a nice raspberry lime cola slushie, because I am melting. I am sweating watching them try all these clothes on, but I absolutely know that that's the sort of kit I'd need to wear if I'm going to go to Canada during the winter. But I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to go to any place where it is -40 degrees. That is just absolutely insane.
It depends obviously on how cold it is. You know, if you're going skiing and it's -15 or something like that or colder, you definitely want everything that we mentioned. If you're just walking around the city, you might not want thermals, because when you go inside, you're going to be very hot. So it all depends on what you're doing. But this is pretty much what we wear when we do outdoor activities.
Okay.
The second tip is to cover your whole body, because believe it or not, when you keep your ears, your hands, and your neck and face warm, it makes total difference. It makes you feel more warm and more comfortable.
Yes, you definitely want a good pair of gloves. Your hands will definitely get cold, especially on windy days, and you use them a lot, so this will help a lot. Next up, of course, your ears are also very sensitive. So having a toque on like this, that's what we call it here.
Yes, it's not a beanie, it's a toque.
And head warm. But if you want to show off your nice hairdo, then you can wear earmuffs like this, and they help as well.
And another thing that I like to have with me the whole time, it's either a scarf or a neck warmer, because also helps to get the heat trapped. So then it doesn't escape and you feel warmer in the whole body. So these styles are more often used when you're skiing because then they won't unwrap, and sometimes they're not as thick. But still, when you're going down the ski hills with the wind, it just helps you to cover your face.
And if you're still cold after all that, maybe your gloves or your... This one.
Oh, well, tell them about this one.
Well, before we get into these ones,
What do
this
you
is
got
called
there?
a balaclava. So if you
Oh,
really
that's for
want
when
to
it's
just
really
keep
cold, eh?
all in one.
Yes,
Usually you only wear them skiing, but you could wear it anywhere you want.
Oh my
like
gosh.
a toque and a scarf together, or a neck warmer together.
You look like you're gonna probably go rob a bank,
No.
but it does keep everything
No.
in one piece.
Wow. That's
And
really cold
After
stuff.
all
That is.
if you're still cold, you can get these little things called little hotties or hot shots. There might be other names, but you open them, you shake them up. They're warm for like an hour or two, and you could stick them in your shoes and your gloves.
Oh, wow.
And the third tip is material. Choosing the right material so you feel comfortable the whole time.
I think we have those little things that you had there, but we call them hand warmers. And you put them inside your gloves to keep your hands and stuff warm during the winter. It does get a little bit cold up here during winter in Australia. Not like -40 or -13. I'm talking like probably 5 degrees. So when I do start early in the morning, I'll go to work, I'll wear my toque. I'm not wearing any gloves. I'm not putting, hand warmers or stuff inside gloves or anything like that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I have seen those at Woolworths for sale. So yeah, there you go.
So for sure you want something that's waterproof, especially on your outer layer.
Oh, absolutely.
And especially if you're going to be spending time doing things like skiing or any other outdoor sports. So waterproof jacket, waterproof snow pants, and maybe even waterproof shoes.
Wow.
Another material which is important, especially for your first layer, is wool and polyester.
And that's because they're much better at retaining heat and getting dry. So that's definitely not where you want to wear cotton as your first layer, because cotton actually retains moisture and doesn't get dry. So if you do sweat or get wet or anything like that, you'll stay wet all day.
Fleece and down are great heat insulators, which we like to use in our second layer.
They're very warm.
Okay.
As you can see, this is what this is. And they're very thin, so they're not so bulky. And then same with down. As you can see here, it's a very thin vest, but it keeps you very warm. And the only thing we'd like to say about that is just to make sure if you are choosing down to go with something more sustainable, because cheaper products tend to be made where they don't treat the geese very well.
Yeah, so you can find a lot of products made of fleece, such as even toques and gloves, which I love. And for the down is mostly for jackets, vests, winter jackets, especially if you're looking for a very warm winter jacket, more in the casual side. This is made of down,
Wow.
and I really like it because it just keeps me super warm.
It looks warm. Okay, guys, so what is the secondhand market like for buying like winter clothing? Is there a lot of secondhand shops where you can go and buy, good value secondhand winter clothes? In Australia, we have places where you can go and buy secondhand clothes, like we call it an op shop, or you go onto like Facebook Marketplace and you get secondhand clothes as well. Have you guys got like a Facebook Marketplace over there? Not quite too sure? In the comments, let me know. There we go, Walmart. Of course, Walmart will sell winter clothes.
If you're looking for brand new clothes, Walmart is a pretty good option because they have pretty nice low prices, and you can find a Walmart anywhere in Canada. So let's check some prices.
Here we go.
So here we have like some nice jackets, like different materials,
about
different
$40.
thicknesses. And this one, like, look, it's very like, well, this one is kind of thin, but it's still like, this one is $29.97. Then if we go,
I don't know, that's like $35
here,
in Australia. I don't know.
Jacket looks like it's pretty like kind of a water resistant. It's quite chunky to keep you warm. This one is $74.97. So here you have like so many options of coats for women, for men, for children, and also they have some accessories. So here we have
wow. I just love Walmart, eh?
Tux options as well, which is, and even gloves looks like $12. This one They're like $19. This one will be more like when you're doing like some water sports.
You need waterproof ones, eh?
Water
The woolen ones are just going to get wet.
Material. And these ones are only, where's the price? Oh, here. They're $17. So it's
like
really
21 bucks
bad.
in Australia, I guess.
I couldn't see any snow pants in the women's section, but this is the men's section, and here are some snow pants. So that's like the water resistant material that we told you about. They're only $34.
Okay.
Here they also have a few options of thermals. So they're only $10. So watch these ones. Remember what we talked about the material? Like about more polyester or wool. These ones are 60% cotton and 40% polyester. So most likely if you're doing a winter sport, like you know that you're gonna be sweating, maybe they're not the best. But as we mentioned, if you're planning just like to visiting cities or walking around in the city, probably this is a good option just to have underneath your clothes and to stay warmer. And
okay, so the prices at Walmart, they seem very, very similar to what you'd buy in Big W or Kmart here in Australia. They seem very, very similar. I've never seen a winter jacket in Australia at $75. I don't know if there's anywhere in Australia where you need to spend $75 on a winter jacket. Maybe if you're heading to the snow for a couple of days, but yeah, that's that's something that we would definitely not buy here in Australia. But I love Walmarts. I've done a few videos going through and seeing what you can buy in Walmarts. Oh my God, it's absolutely insane. We don't have Walmarts in Australia. We do have like 5 Costco stores, I believe, but I've never been into a Costco either.
now let's have a look to some winter shoes. So they have these boots, which I think they're quite nice. They're actually pretty similar to any other expensive brand.
I like them.
And here it says that they're good to -20. And they're $60. So they have like
I like that it shows that information. That's really cool.
Like a rain boot, and in the inside they have some fleece.
Yeah.
So as you can see, prices are not as expensive here in Walmart, and it's a pretty good option if you want to save some money and you're not thinking to wear them more than here in your holidays.
Okay, there you go.
So for higher quality stuff, a good place to come is Sport Check. They're all across Canada, so you'll easily find them. The prices are definitely higher than Walmart, but not all the time. They have really good sales here. But if you want super high quality stuff, for example, Helly Hansen's a pretty high-end brand, but you're going to be paying $450 in this case.
Okay.
But it's a good place. You'll find everything here that you need.
I bet you will.
There's snow pants, for example. These are about $200, but they go as about $100 is probably the lowest you'll find them. But you could tell if you go to the Walmart, you'll see that these are much thicker.
Yeah.
But as you can see, sometimes there's really good deals on high quality stuff too. It's a bit thinner, but it's Columbia, a really good brand.
Okay.
$100.
So Sports Check is like
so here we are at the thermals
Australia.
again, the thermal underwear. As you saw at Walmart, they're about $10. Here they're $70. I guarantee you they're much, much warmer. So if you're going to be outside lots and especially doing sports and want to make an investment in your winter clothing, this is a much better choice.
Okay.
So it's also a good place to buy winter boots. Columbia brand, as you can see, they have that silver lining, just like our thermal underwear. So I'm assuming they'd be quite warm. But there's other brands like Sorel and stuff as well. These are on sale right now, but like $100, maybe $150 probably normally.
Yeah, same as Australia. Oh, nice, mate.
And they were on sale for $60 in their North Face. So you never know what you're going to find, but definitely higher quality here than at Walmart.
And just as a
Okay, so Sports Check looks like it's very similar to Rebel Sports in Australia. At Rebel, you will see Columbia, you will see North Face. So yeah, we do sell those brands here in Australia. I myself have never bought them, but they seem to be around the same sort of price range, Canadian versus Australian. So yeah. All right, we've nearly finished this video. Really enjoyed this video, learning about what sort of stuff I need to buy if I was to travel to Canada during the winter, the best places to buy the clothes I need for the best budget and stuff like that. I'm definitely heading to Walmart. I tell you that right now. This Sports Check might be a little bit out of my price range for a one-off visit, but who's to say you can't go there, use the clothes, and then just resell them? That's also another option, isn't it?
reference because I showed you the winter boots at Walmart, which were only $60. So this is a similar style,
Oh, I
but
like
it's a brand
those.
name, Sorel, and they're 116. However, as Matthew mentioned, quality is totally different.
Another good thing about Sport Check is you can buy equipment here as well. So as you can see, skis, snowboards, boots, toques, everything you could pretty much need for the winter. And the nice thing, like I said, is you'll find them all over the place.
Right now we're at Winners, which is pretty much an outlet store where you can find like brand names and save up to 60%.
Okay.
But definitely this place is more when you're looking more for those casual outdoor clothing. So I love it because they have very trendy jackets.
Yeah.
And you can save lots of money. Like, so for example, this one is a Tommy Hilfiger, which the original price was $200 and it's down to $150. So you're saving $50, and there's so many options. However, in these kind of places, you gotta be lucky. You gotta be lucky to find what you're looking for, your size,
really, is it?
and something that you like. And same thing with the shoes. You can find more trendy winter shoes, but as well, there's not many options. Here they go by size.
Yeah.
And you may like one of these and you may not. So besides this, there's other brands such as Marshalls, and I'm not sure if there's another one, but anyway, if you're thinking on just going around the cities, I think this is a pretty good option.
They're nice, they're cute.
So another option, and probably the cheapest one, is going to thrift stores. This is where you can find secondhand options. There's a variety of them. This one's the Salvation Army.
Yeah.
There's also Value Village, and depending on where you are, there might be others. Of course, the only difficulty here is finding what you need. You never know what you're going to find, but it is very cheap. So let's go see what we can find.
Okay, so you call them thrift shops. We call them op shops. And man, they are always my go-to place for finding, if I need a one-off thing, you know, that I'm not going to use again, the first place I'll go to is an op shop. And we have heaps of op shops, St. Vinny's. We do have Salvation Armies. We have heaps of op shops. Here's an example. At my job, every Thursday, they want you to wear a Hawaiian shirt to promote mental health and stuff like that. And Hawaiian shirt will usually tend to set you back like $50, 50 Australian dollars. There was no way that I was going to pay for that. Even though I get to wear it every week, I still said, no, I'm not paying $50 for an Hawaiian shirt. So I went to an op shop and I paid $3 for a really cool Hawaiian shirt that I wear to work every Thursday. So yeah, op shops are a great place to go if you're fortunate enough to find what you're looking for and get a really good price for it. So yeah.
So we're here at the women coat section, and let's see what we can find. So here's like an Under Armour jacket.
See, that's nice.
Which is only $20.
Yeah.
So not bad.
Nice.
So here you can find all sorts of brands.
Yeah.
Sometimes brands that I didn't even know they existed. And there's another one here, Nike.
Ooh.
Another style, and it's $20.
Nice.
A little bit smaller. So as you can see, it's just like pick and choose. Yeah. There's different colors, different styles, different brands. And you're looking at $20 on this.
Nice.
I saw some toques over there for $4. And over there, I saw some ski pants. Let's go and check them out. And look what I found. I actually found a full ski suit.
Wow, that's really cool.
And matching pants. And each of them is $20.
Wow.
So see, you can sometimes get very good deals. And if you like it, and if it fits you well, it's pretty good.
Nice.
So now we're in the men's section. I haven't found anything I like, but that's part of the adventure of coming to thrift stores. You might find something you love, you might not. And the only other option we can think of is to rent stuff, but that's pretty hard. We haven't found too many options.
Okay.
But if we do find anything else, after we post this video, we'll share it in the article.
Okay, so guys, if I was to go to Canada during winter, of course, I'd have to go over there with a few sets of winter clothes just in case I'm ready to go. But I'm definitely going to hit like a thrift store or a Walmart. There's no point in me taking over a full suitcase of clothing that I've bought in Australia. I'm going to pay crazy, unbelievable prices for it, where I could go to a thrift shop in Canada and find some really, really cool clothes and, you know, sell them back, leave them in Canada when I leave. That's my plan, mate. I'm ready to go. This was a great video. Learned some great tips, some great hacks for when I visit Canada during winter. Okay, that was the video for today, guys. If you liked it, please jump on, smash the like button, leave a comment, and of course, remember to subscribe. That really helps me out. Cheers to that under. Take care. Bye.